shocking new figures have been revealed. That supersized families of more than 13 children are each claiming £229 a week in child benefits. So they are among the 24,000 households that claim child benefits for 6 or more kids, and in total this racks up a whopping £150 million of taxpayers' cash each year. Currently, there is no limit on the number of kids you can claim for, but the figures have raised serious questions about the need for a cap, much like the 2-child benefit cap, which restricts universal credit payments to the first 2 kids in most households. I'm joined now by Reform UK MP Lee Anderson. Lee, do we need to stop all this child benefit for people who've got 13 kids?
Well, I think we need to stop something, Patrick. I mean, some of these parents are very active. 13 kids seems a lot in this day and age. You know, back in the day, 50, 60, 70 years ago, it was commonplace that families would have 8 or 9 children, but they had to work hard, Patrick. They had to, work hard to keep their own children. Nowadays, it seems that if you have as many children as you want to, that the state will pick the tab up. It's not fair on the hard-working taxpayer. And I strongly suggest that if people can have 13 kids, a lot of these are on state benefits. They don't go to work. I know this from the people that I see in my surgery. They probably need to get out more, get a job and contribute towards society. I
worry about the message it actually sends to the kids as well, if they've got parents there that are essentially pumping more out to spend a life on benefits.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, it does send the wrong message out because these children are being brought up in a culture of nobody going to work in the household. It's more profitable, Patrick. We know this. If there's a lot more children in the house, the parents probably don't go to work. They're probably, they're dependent on state benefits. Completely sends the wrong message out to children. They're living in a culture where nobody actually goes to work in the household, living on benefits. It's not fair on the state and it's not fair on the children.
So, look, what do we actually do about this then? Do we put a cap on it? Do we just say, look, if you have more than, 4 or 5 kids... I mean, you can't stop people reproducing, so there is that.
Well, we haven't got a benefit cap, Patrick, but there are certain, there's certain ways around the benefit cap, and I think it's about 22, 23 grand a year, and probably a little bit more in London, but there's certain ways that the claimants can get around this. You can work a few hours a week and then you're exempt. Somebody in the household could be disabled. It could be the old man with the bad back, the old bad back syndrome. That sort of circumnavigates the benefit system. And some of these people are raking in 40, 50, 60 grand a year in benefits. That's not fair, Patrick. OK, well, we're kind of keeping it work-related or lack of here because unemployed Brits will be dispatched to skills boot camps under a new government plan to cut down on immigration and plug worker shortages. Now, particularly in the hospitality and social care sectors. So this is looking to try to make it an army of British workers. Speaking to GBNews earlier today, the Work and Pensions Secretary Mel Stride hailed the plans as a big opportunity for British workers.
This is an opportunity to really address this issue now that migration is coming down and will be coming down quite dramatically, to get the domestic British people into those domestic jobs across the domestic labour market.
Right, OK, so this is a way of getting Brits to do the jobs that we rely on low-skilled, low-pay migration for. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Look, Patrick, let's be clear. Bone-idle dole scroungers should be made to go to work, and if they do not go to work, they should have their benefits stopped. This boot camp, skills camp, is, for me, a load of nonsense. It's simple. It's carrot and stick. If you do not go to work, you don't get benefits, and then you have to go and fend for yourself. It's absolutely ridiculous.
But in the meantime, we have a ready supply of people from all over the world who are willing to come in and do the job. So, a boot camp might be a good idea.
Listen, Patrick, let's stop being ridiculous. I mean, we need fruit picking in the fields, we need vegetables picking, we need, stuff picking in factories. You don't need a skills boot camp to teach people how to pick potatoes out of a field. Absolute rubbish.